What's up, guys? My name is Myia Thornton, and I am a music producer, singer, songwriter, rapper, and engineer. I'm originally from the DMV area. I studied at Berklee College of Music for 4 years, so I know a little bit. Personally, like ever since I was little, I always knew I wanted to do music. So I guess you could say it started then, but I want to say my journey really began the journey I'm on now was in 2018, because that's when I first released music under Myia Thornton. That's when I started collaborating, using my voice, writing my own songs for real, real songs. So I want to say it really began in 2018. I started to notice my passion for music when I was 12 years old, and I know that's really specific, but it was a time in my life where I started to actually produce, learn to produce, and I would use the MacBook my dad had and use GarageBand, and I would do it every day, and nobody was telling me. My parents were like, you need to practice, you need to do this. No, I was just doing it because I loved it, and that's when I knew I was passionate about this, because when you do something every day and you do it just because you love it, that's when you know you're passionate about it, I guess, The most important part about my artistry is being able to express myself and change the narrative as a Black woman in this world, especially in America. When it comes to music, I can express that side of me. I'm multiple sides, okay? I don't know if that makes sense. I just feel like my artistry has been able to help me see that in myself, and I hope that other people can see that as well. You don't have to be one thing. You don't have to fit into this box or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just be yourself. I always bring up my uncle because he really got me into this low-key. He exposed me to what was possible. But then I have to also say, again, just my family, everybody inspires me, my friends, all them different people or whatever. It doesn't matter who it is. I can be inspired on the street by a random person, and they treated me bad in the street. I'm gonna make a whole song about it. But then I'm inspired by artists like Jill Scott. Oh my God, I love her words, I love her artistry, I love everything about her. Missy Elliott. I just love people who are just themselves, you know what I'm saying? That just inspires me to be myself. I'm oh, you could be, that's you, and you living your best life like that. Oh, then I guess if I'm myself, then maybe I can live my best self too. I create music, one, because I love it. It's fun for me, but I've learned that it really helps me articulate myself. I feel like when it comes to talking about myself or expressing my feelings to anybody, I struggle. But in music, it's always been easy. I'll just write something down and I'm oh shoot, that's how I'm feeling. A really good example is my song that I made in 2018. The first song that I released was called Friends. It's on SoundCloud. It don't make sense. I was really in my feelings, but I didn't really know until I wrote it out. I was oh shoot, girl, that's how you feeling? Oh. When I was in Boston, it was really dope collaborating with other artists, because it really helped me to find more security in my artistry, because when I see people doing what they do, and I'm oh, I kind of do the same thing, oh, this isn't weird, okay, I can be more myself, I don't know. And when I do work with other artists, they are very reassuring, oh, that was dope. So yeah, collaborating has always been a highlight, but I feel the biggest challenge for me, because I was at Berklee, was being exposed to the actual Boston scene of artists. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't looking hard enough, but I was yo, where's everybody at? Where my people at? Because going to Berklee is it's a jazz school, and at one point rapping was not cool. I'm gonna tell y'all that. But when I did start to find some things towards the end of my Berklee career, I noticed, I'm why didn't I find you sooner? It was just not as accessible as I wish it could have been. Being in Boston really taught me the power in my voice. I don't know who I'm inspiring, but that's my goal. I want to feel I'm inspiring somebody to feel they can do whatever they want to do, because that's what Missy Elliott is doing for me. That's what Jill Scott is doing for me. So it's if I can do that for somebody else, that's everything. In the future, I hope it leads me around the world. I really want to travel, I want to tour, I want to meet more people, I want to collaborate with more people. I just want to just dive into it and just be in it and make money from it, for real, a steady flow. But yeah, I just been doing the same thing I've been doing these last few years, like I said, since 2018. The only thing I haven't been doing is performing, well, because we're in a pandemic. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And shout out to Yaya Culture for asking me to do this. Like, you guys didn't have to, but you did, and it means a lot to me. And I really appreciate you guys for doing this with other artists and things like that, because again, we just need that exposure, period. Thanks, appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Myia Thornton, Eric, Martin. You know what it is.
I know you love it when I put that work in. Maybe that's the reason I've been working hard. Lately you've been saying you're so proud of me. You got me feeling like I won the lottery. Damn, you know I got a lot of shit on my plate, but you always ready when I need to get away. I know you got my back even when I'm at my worst.